What up, everybody? Welcome back, and happy Friday to all of you that may be listening to it right now, and happy whatever day of the week it is whenever you get to it.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Dead Man's Mike podcast, Halloween Horror Nights podcast. My name is Nick.
My name's Craig. What it do, y'all?
What it do? We are so glad that you all are back tuning in to another episode. Man, tonight is going to be a good one. We got a good one lined up for you. This one is the Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Night Hype List episode. We told you this one was coming straight after the Orlando episode. We're
Mm-hmm.
bringing that to you tonight. Craig, how you feeling today, man? We're another day closer.
Hey, honestly, being this close to HHN every year, I know we've been going. Collectively, we've been going ever since 2021. Um, I know Yurdi's been before us, but
Yeah.
me and you both, we started collectively in 2021. Started going, and you know, it's almost like this time of the year. Uh, HHN season is just the best. Like from literally from uh I say like March till now, it's like I still consider HHN season all year long because
Yeah.
once the season ends, the next one begins. And
Right.
and
As soon as it's
speculation
over, we start speculating.
and
As soon as it's done.
speculation runs wild. And you know, now to be 2 to 3 weeks out from it, it's like it's so close. And next thing you know, we're gonna be on a flight to MCO, and we are outside, man.
Yeah, man, we're definitely outside a few different times this season too, which is
That is true.
a first for us. But Orlando's really becoming the second home, man. We're looking forward to hanging out with some other homies in the HHN community,
Oh yeah,
hitting up Hallow Scream HHN a few times, then taking it out west to hook up with some of our friends out there on the LA side. Shout out to Final Girls Podcast. We can't
oh
wait to hang
yeah.
out with you guys, man.
How you feeling, man? How you feeling about HHN and the season, and
Dude,
this year? How
I
you feeling?
it's lit. That's
Yeah,
that is literally the word. It feels like hunt season and Halloween, which is always an amazing feeling. Of course, you love that season, but then you put HHN on top of it, and I just feel like HHN is its own branch of hunt season by itself.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting into it. Everybody is putting out their hype lists and talking about the house they're looking forward to the most, the house they're not as excited for, giving us something to debate about, giving us something to talk about. You know, I really like that, especially for us being from the Midwest. We can't always just up and go to the park whenever we want. So to me, I'm kind of living through the other, our other friends that really like to go down there and everything, but also
yeah.
knowing that we are blessed to have multiple chances to go this fall.
Hmm.
It's like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is great.
yeah, like we'll be down there in 20 days.
There's nothing.
This,
There's nothing like it, man.
no, there now, will this be the longest stretch waiting to get there? Absolutely. But we'll be there.
We will
So
be there, and we will be square.
yeah, man. So I'm feeling good about it. Very excited for both coasts. And honestly, I'm really excited to talk about Hollywood tonight
Hmm.
because I can't speak for nobody else,
Right.
but Hollywood has always had my heart when it comes to HHN. Both of them. I mean, I love Orlando too, but Hollywood, there
Yeah,
is something, I don't know what it is. There is a
its own
specific
vibe.
vibe.
It's its own
It's a
vibe, man.
vibe. There's a specific vibe at Hollywood that you do not get at Orlando.
Maybe
Orlando has an amazing vibe too, but Hollywood just, I don't know what it is, but it feels different.
I mean, maybe it's the locals, it's the vibe, it's like the sense of it being like one big ass party. Um,
Yeah.
the fact that, um, it's like, you got the glitz and glamour, and you got of the Hollywood backdrop, and like that's what just gets everybody pumped up because literally at any given moment, any given weekend, some um some celebrities could just pop up out of nowhere at HHN. So you got to be on your A game. I guess that's why, like
Your eyes peeled, see who you see
yeah,
walking around the park.
exactly. You got to keep your head on the swivel because you might not know who's around the corner.
Dude, that just made me think about something, but normally we're always talking about celebrities that are in Hollywood. And it's always funny every year that we go to Hollywood, the next morning we wake up and we see who was there at the exact same time that we were. And we're like, dang, man, we missed them. We weren't able to see whoever that was.
See,
But this time around, I think Orlando's going to have so many WWE celebrities and wrestlers present.
literally what I talked about in the last episode.
Dude, I think Orlando is definitely going to turn some heads in terms of people don't realize how big that wrestling community is there.
It's huge.
Unless you know about, wrestling and everything like that. I think we might see some faces down there, man. I'm
Oh,
excited.
for
I'll
sure.
definitely keep my eyes peeled.
And you got to keep your eyes peeled because you never, again, just like Hollywood, you never know who might show up because it can literally happen at any given moment. I'm telling
Right.
you,
You have no
and
idea.
and the fact that like you can't really be caught up in everything. You got to actually like not to say that you don't have to like really pay attention, but you gotta like again, you gotta keep your head on the swivel because you can catch a glimpse of who you think it is, and then it literally be
It
that
was
person.
them. Yep.
Exactly. So
They'll walk right past you.
exactly, and that kind of opportunity you can't like let it pass you up when it gets dark outside because then it's almost like it's at that point it's just a lot of people and everybody moving fast. So,
Right.
but honestly, I'm this time around on both coasts. I'm gonna really keep my eyes peeled because knowing the type of IPs and the type of houses that and the type of heat HHN got this year, everybody gonna
There's
be
some heat.
outside, bro.
There's some heat.
Everybody gonna be outside.
Everybody is getting outside. This is some heat for real on both coasts, man.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you.
I got people that I know that you know I exposed them to HHN, and turns out they've been fans of HHN as long as I have,
Yeah.
and they just waiting to go down there, and they say, hey, this year's the year, so hey, the more the merrier, bro. The
Hey, the more
more
the
the
merrier.
merrier.
Dude, I can't wait. Well, before we go into HHN hard about, everything going on out in Hollywood,
Yeah.
um, let's talk about something else that went down today in the Universal world. And this is pretty exciting. Something that a lot of people are waiting on. A lot of people made the trip out to Vegas because Horror Unleashed
Mm-hmm.
opened its gates today. Horror Unleashed is now open. Tickets have been on sale forever, but if you were wanting to get a flight to go out there now, this is actually open. From what I've been seeing, man, everybody is thoroughly enjoying themselves. They are truly enjoying the attraction, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's great. I do think that there's a different vibe between Horror Unleashed and HHN. It's something that a lot
Definitely.
of people were talking about, but even through people's posts and everything that they're saying,
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference there. You know what I'm saying? There's a definite difference there, and I can kind of feel that difference. Not a bad difference, but there is one.
Right. I mean, with horror unleashed, uh, like I always felt like the horror unleashed vibe kind of had it. Always felt like horror unleashed had its own vibe to it anyway.
Yeah,
Um, wasn't well. I'm pretty sure that they wasn't there. That they're not. Like hey, this is HHN Vegas style. Like it's not like that. Like this is a flair of HHN, but it has its own Vegas spin on it.
right. Yeah,
It's not. It's
exactly.
not. It's not like we're uprooting HHN, put it in a warehouse, and there you go. Like no, that ain't it. This is this is a Vegas elevated. This is basic. This is essentially a Vegas elevated haunt.
Right. And see, that was something that I needed people to grasp a hold of, like a concept I needed people to grasp about Epic Universe with Dark Universe is that Dark Universe is not HHN.
It's not.
It doesn't feel anything like HHN,
Not at all.
but it is its own thing. And I think that when Dark Universe was first announced and everybody was, I wonder if HHN will spread over that way. I wonder if HHN, it won't and it can't. And the reason being is that for one, there's not enough space for them to put up full haunts the size of HHN houses within Dark Universe and continue the theme. It just won't happen. You know what I'm saying? But also, you have to play to the strength of the Universal monsters. That is what that land is about.
Yep.
So if it has something to do with them, or if it doesn't have something to do with them, then it will never work. So that was just kind of something that I think people should really get a grasp a concept of before HHN season begins, because a lot of people are going to pull up to Epic for the first time this fall.
Yep.
And so
PC Dell was literally just talking about how packed Epic finna be once HHN roll around, because you got those people that you got the HHN fans that are going to Dark Universe, and
right.
you just got people that's going to explore the park anyway. Like in general,
Right.
like they're like the first half of the day they're gonna be at Epic, and then the second half they're gonna be at HHN, or they're gonna have a separate day catered to Epic, and then they're going to HHN the next day.
Right.
Either
Yeah,
either way, it's almost like this is like the thing of like the old saying goes that there's no off season in Orlando. Like I would say the only off season would be like I say January, February, because once March hit, that's spring break and they hit the ground running. But like dare I say that the fall haunt season and Halloween season that combats like summer summer attendance, winter attendance. Dare I say that's like the most profitable. Dare I say the fall haunt season and Halloween around that time. That's like where the most profit comes from.
I agree.
In terms of
I
like
definitely agree.
in terms of like merch sales, ticket revenue, the whole nine.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
people, not too many people in their hometowns have a lot of like they have haunts, but they're not like on that level. Now there's oh now that's now there's a haunt that is known the world over.
Right.
And now you got those people that got exposed to HHN coming down and having a time.
Yeah.
That's what gets the crowds, man. Then you got and then coupled with the IPs and everything like that. Don't let it be, like something that's like everyone loves, like
Like
like when they had
Terrifier.
like Terrifier, and when they had The Walking Dead, and when they had Stranger Things, The Last of Us, like that's gonna bring those crowds to HHN, and it's gonna
Right.
expose them to that.
Yep. It just
Telling
keeps
you.
growing and growing. It keeps
Mm-hmm.
growing and growing. Well, we're gonna go right into Hollywood, man. Let's do this thing. This is gonna be just like we did last time. This is going to be another versus battle. My picks versus Craig's picks. There's some really cool ties up in here. I think that you all will be very interested to kind of hear our perspective on a couple of these things. For those of you who do not know or may not be as familiar with HHN Hollywood, there are 10 or 8 houses
Mm-hmm.
at Hollywood plus the Terror Tram. The Terror Tram is the trade-off for those 2 extra houses that you get in Orlando. So we have 8, and then I think we have 4 scare zones and the Terror Tram. So round 1, man. Now this one is one that I am very excited for this house. I talk about this house all the time. I'm proud to say that I have the shirt from the first house when they did it the
Mm-hmm.
first time. And
Amen.
I talked to the lady in the store, City Walk in Hollywood, and she said not a lot of people are even buying this shirt. So I'm really glad that I went ahead and picked it up because it's just, it's kind of special, man. Round one starts off with a tie. Craig and I have both picked Monstros 3, the Ghosts of Latin America, as our most looked forward to house for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. Craig, run it. What you got?
Montreal Stress,
Yes,
man.
sir.
The last of the trilogy. Listen, um, I remember being jealous of you of going into Monstros because
Yeah,
from seeing what I've seen, I'm like, oh man, like I live for that type of for like the folklore stuff and and
yeah,
like and like the Mexican culture um of like the Mexican heritage stuff, like weird, creepy, like monsters. Like, you know, everybody heard of La Llorona already.
right.
Like
People know.
even we know about it. So it's like now we get to dive deep into more of that, you know, and like ever since you went, I was like, man, they gotta bring Monstros to Orlando because at the time I wasn't out at Hollywood yet. So
Right,
and then lo and behold, the next year, last year, they bring it to HHN Orlando, and
right.
so that being my first house, my the Monstros house I went to for the first time, I was having a ball, man. Like I
Dude,
enjoyed. We were singing with the we
he
were
was singing
singing
his ass off.
we were singing with like the caretaker looking dude, man. It was such a
Yeah,
vibe, and then like uh looking at the different Latin monsters, La Llorona, and uh I'm not sure like what the
the name.
uh what the names are, but it was a system. There was like a boogeyman character. There was like
The bird.
there was like a brouhaha, a
Yep,
witch, the bird, man, like come on,
yep.
you can't get no better than that. And
Nah,
now and then going through Monstros Dos last year in Hollywood. Now I'm like,
right.
oh, cool. I got 1 and 2 done in the same year, so we got the ball rolling
Yeah,
now. And now we
because
got
now you know the story. You know the
Now I know the
progression of the
story and the
trilogy.
lore and the progression. Now we doing Monstro
Yeah,
Stress, and
dude.
I'm excited. And then it's like female centered. I'm like, okay, cool. Now we bringing it all together. But
Hmm.
I will say, I hope it don't got that Universal Monsters stank on it. I hope it don't, because last year that was an all female house too, and that wasn't the most well received. So
Yeah. Are you now when you say the most well received? Are you talking from a fan perspective?
I'm talking from well, yes, I'm talking from a fan perspective in terms of the quality of all the Universal Monsters houses up until that point. That was the weakest one.
Okay,
Not to say it wasn't bad, because it was
right.
pretty solid. But in terms of the other ones, oh, definitely. In terms of myself, that was definitely the weakest of the bunch.
Okay, I totally understand. Honestly, I think that that house was kind of received by many HHN fans as one of the weakest out of the Universal Monsters houses.
Hmm.
And let me just say, Bloodlines, I felt was a success.
It
Do I
was.
think it was the best out of the Universal Monsters houses? I do not. I actually really enjoyed Unmasked. I thought Unmasked was really the killer. I
They packed a
Legends
punch, and
Collide was on
and
point.
Legends Collide too.
Yeah. But I don't know what it was about Unmasked. I think I did Unmasked in Hollywood. I think I got a different perspective on it than, obviously the one in Orlando.
It was
But for
so good, man.
me, when it comes to what they're doing with these Universal monsters, especially what they're doing with Monstros, I
Mhm.
think people need to understand Monstros is not Universal monsters.
Exactly.
Monstros is an ode to true Latin and Hispanic folklore and legends.
That's
And
true.
if you were to go back and listen to some of the HHN panels that like John Murdy and them did at Midsummer Scream a few years back when they started talking about Monstros, they talk about how much research they had to do because they wanted to get it right, because they know
Hmm.
the audience that they're delivering to. When you go to Hollywood, when you go to HHN Hollywood, that audience is like 85 to 90% Hispanic.
That's true.
There's a lot of Hispanics out there
That's the
because
locals.
right, they're the locals. We're close to Mexico. So I really, really, really respect them for pushing that lore, but also getting it right to respect their heritage. You know, this is basically a story built on top of um scary nursery like nursery rhymes and different lores that you learn
Yep.
as a kid when you grow up.
Hmm.
I'm so excited for this because, for one, the Monstros houses have been some of the most visually stunning HHN houses to date. They really have. And
Very
I
true.
think that what was also really cool was how they were able to portray Monstros 1 in Florida last year versus Monstros 1 in Hollywood a couple years ago, because they were played like the story was the same, but it was told so differently on both coasts.
Right.
So I just feel that Universal as a whole is seriously in the creative bag with
Yeah.
Monstros. They have yet to disappoint me with Monstros. And I
Exactly.
know if there's going to be a Monstros house out in Hollywood, not only do I know it's going to be in the upper lot, I know exactly where it's going to be in the upper lot.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I can't wait. I
Right
can't wait.
across from the Mexican promenade.
Right across from the promenade, bro. Right across. So,
Hmm.
hey, Monstros 3, the Ghost of Latin America. We are ready. Let's go.
Let's
I'm
go.
definitely, I'm definitely excited for this one. So that's got my number one spot,
But what
hands
sucks
down.
but what sucks about it is that honestly the upper lot opens so damn late. By the time we get done with by the time that opens, we done with four houses on the lower lot.
Yeah, yeah. We probably won't be seeing Monstros until later in the night.
Yeah.
It'll probably be later in the night, but I'm very excited for it though, and I'm kind of
Man.
glad that we won't be seeing it until later on in the night, because I need that house when it's dark out. I don't need that sunlight creeping in
Yeah,
at
I need my
all.
eyes well adjusted at that point.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the number one spot for Craig and I, Monstros 3, the Ghosts of Latin America. So you got to make sure you stay tuned so y'all can hear how we may or may not be feeling about it afterwards. It's the
Yeah.
third one. We got to see what they can come up with. Now, round two. Now, this is where we start versing each other a little bit.
Okay.
Um, let's just go straight into it, man. I don't even really know how to bring this one in other than putting it up on the screen. We have Poltergeist versus Scarecrow. Now,
Okay,
Craig,
so
if I'm
go
not
ahead, go
wrong, Poltergeist was your pick, wasn't it, for number two? No, Scarecrow was your
ahead.
pick for number two.
Scarecrow was.
So I had Poltergeist for number two. Go ahead, man. What you got?
This was now I will say, had it not been for me, um, had it not been for me being this being well, had it not been for this being my first time going into the Scarecrow house, period, I would have had Poltergeist. We would have been tied literally 1, 2, 3. Because I
Yeah.
already know where this is going. So so we literally would have been tied three straight times. But
Yeah.
um what has me excited for Scarecrow, because ever since you talked about going through Scarecrow the Reaping, and you
Badass
talked
house.
about how intense it was, and from me firsthand looking and seeing from from walkthroughs of it, man, I just know that house was sick.
It was.
Like,
Yeah. It
like the intensity of it, and the way it just drops again, it just drops you in that environment, something that Universal does really well. And the ambiance and the storyline to it. And the story is just simple. It's just like Scarecrow's getting revenge. That's pretty much what it is.
right.
And you know how something so simple can turn into something so visceral and so intense and so like in your face. And the
Yeah.
scares were crazy good. I even watched a walkthrough of Scarecrow the Reaping at Horrors Unleashed, and it looked just as intense as the house did. So I can't wait till we go in January. But this, coupled with the music by Slash, who was an all-time guitarist, um, I just feel like it will be the same vibe. I'm hoping for the same vibe. I know this and this version of Scarecrow and Scarecrow the Reaping has their. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have their own vibes and
Of course. Yeah.
their own flares to it, because they are not the same.
Right.
But I hope there's elements of Scarecrow the Reaping coupled along with the music by Slash, and that's just gonna like bring it.
Yeah.
That's literally what's gonna um that's literally what's gonna make it all come together.
Yeah.
And I literally can't wait, man.
Yeah.
But go ahead and talk about Poltergeist, man.
Poltergeist is one that when they did it a few years ago, and I know you and I just talked about this on a previous episode that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I was just blown away by how well they were able to recreate that, just those iconic scenes from the movies, right? Um, Another house that I think Hollywood specifically did such an amazing job with the entry facade was The Exorcist from 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the way that the creativity of how it really looks. I think that's what I'm most excited about for Poltergeist, is more of a atmosphere, a detail thing. It was a house that I wish I would have gone through when they did it, but I didn't go to HHN that year. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't able to experience it, but
Mm-hmm.
this is, up high on my list because Hollywood, I know, are gonna kill this. I'm not even worried. I think they're gonna kill both of these,
Oh, for
Scarecrow
sure.
and Poltergeist. So for me, that's really it. Just a classic movie, a nostalgic trip, back to 80s horror, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. These are two solid picks, man. I am not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
And rightfully so. So
yeah,
let's get to round three.
yeah, it is, man. That's round two. Poltergeist versus Scarecrow. Round three, we have Jason Universe versus Poltergeist. So now Craig has picked Poltergeist for his three spot, and I have put Jason at my three spot. Now I'll say this: Jason Universe is one that I was very hyped for when it got announced, and I've
Oh yeah.
continued to be hyped for it. Once again, another nostalgic trip back to the stuff that, the legends that we knew. Like, this is a horror great, you know what I'm saying? But I just think this house is going to be intense, but I also think it's going to be fun. I think there are going to be some funny moments because they got to emulate the stupid teenagers that went out in the woods when they shouldn't have been out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, those moments are gonna be there. So I'm just excited. I just think this is gonna be a fun experience, Jason Universe.
Yeah. That's I mean, what can you say about it? What can you say about Jason Universe, man? Like, and then the fact that I feel like from the construction updates and what I've seen, and like especially like the facade looks amazing, bro.
It looks crazy.
So hey, gonna see.
Yeah.
I just know they're gonna bring it.
Well, if you don't, if Craig, if you don't have anything else, that's round three. Jason
Um,
Universe
but
versus Poltergeist.
but with Poltergeist, that's essentially like what gets me so excited about Poltergeist is that, again, with you going into that house and the hype going around that, it's almost like that.
Mhm.
It's almost like that kind of increased my hype on Poltergeist, especially since I have not been in it yet.
Right.
And knowing how good the movie is, it's just like walking into that movie and just seeing all and just seeing everything. I am so excited for Poltergeist. So
Yeah, dude, I'm hyped up.
ain't nothing else to
That's the
say.
one. When we walk in there, I'm probably gonna be like, "Talk your shit, Poltergeist. Talk your
Talk your shit, Poltergeist.
shit." All right. Well, now we got round four. Now this one I'm excited for. When I was picking my list, I was being very careful about where I put these houses because I really wanted to think about it. Where do these really fit in? You know,
Plus it's almost like when you're in Hollywood versus Orlando. I will tell y'all there is a difference. There is a difference because
yep,
I swear to you, Insidious and Ghostbusters was not the same. It was not the same kind of house as it was in Orlando versus
nope,
Hollywood. I'm
nope.
telling you,
A quiet place was way different too. Way different.
quality wise, you'll know, you'll know the difference.
Yep.
Just saying.
You'll know the difference. It is what it is. You're gonna know. Round four, we have another tie game here, and we have Birds of the Wyatt Six at
Mm,
round four. Now
motherfucker.
I'm gonna go real quick because Craig, I know you can deliver a lot more on this topic than I can currently, but I've been doing my homework. Um, the biggest thing with me with this one was what exactly does this house look like? You know what I'm saying? Like I know where they're from. I know where they're known from. I get that. But what does this look like? So I had to go on YouTube and watch their intro a couple times and really see like what does this crew look like when they come out? Like what like those different things. And I'm really excited to see this is just gonna be like some backwoods terror shit. Like
Did you
oh
see? Speaking of which, did you see their debut?
I did. I did.
See what I'm saying?
And with the chair just sitting out there and shit like that, I was like, bruh, this needs to be on the terror tram. This don't even need to be a house. Like this is at least for Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando's a different story. But that's why I have Wyatt Six in my fourth. I am increasingly starting to get more excited about this house.
And then with the cold orange playing in the background,
And you are
that song go crazy though. That song go crazy.
you see me moshing over here in the chair, man. It's over.
Hey, that song Shatter, man. I bump it. I bump that almost every week, man, because that song is
Yeah.
so good.
Yes.
But you know, again, Horrors of the Wyatt Six. I just feel like this house. This house is going to catch everybody by surprise. It's gonna be. This is the sleep. Like soon as it was announced, I'm like, oh, this is the sleeper pick of the year. This is sleep. They sleep on this
It's a
because
sleeper.
again, like I don't know how passionate about it that they're gonna be in Hollywood, but I know in Orlando that is the passion project of the year because
Yeah.
of the most of the team down there are big wrestling and WWE fans, and so they worked with the team firsthand, and so you know uh that will bring its own energy, but I know Hollywood will too, and I just want to see how you know I just want to see how it's going to be interpreted in Hollywood and how many people are
Yeah.
going to be out there to see it. Because I still think that it's going to be the sleeper pick. I still think it's a sleeper pick, and by the time October rolls around, and the time and around the time that the word of mouth goes, and the amount of by the time word of mouth goes around, this is gonna be one of them ones. I'm telling you now. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
I definitely I think the hype is definitely there about the YS6, but I think that Orlando specifically, like you said, I think they are really about to stand on business with this
Yeah.
because they know what's at stake and they know what expectations are being upheld right now. So, I mean, I think Hollywood will do great too, but Orlando has to nail this.
Yeah.
Like Hollywood, hopefully they nail it, of course, but if they don't, that's all right. I think Hollywood has more expectation with Poltergeist, but Orlando has to nail this. They got one
Like I
chance, they gotta nail it.
I feel like Hollywood has more writing on those IPs, considering that's on the Hollywood backdrop. That's where movies are made.
Right.
So it's almost like they got more writing on it on them out there than in Orlando, and vice versa. Not to say that the quality of these houses won't be bad, ladies and gentlemen, but like you're in the backdrop of Hollywood, these IPs better deliver. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Right. They gotta deliver.
there's no excuse for them not to.
Bro, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. We're gonna see what happens, man. But
Man,
that's round four, man. Tie game, the horrors of the YS6 right there. Now, round five is interesting. And I'm interested to see how you and I can kind of compare and contrast these two. You know, my pick for round five is Five Nights at Freddy's, and yours was Jason Universe. To me, this was more of just I didn't really know where else I could really place Five Nights. I
mm,
think Wyatt Six and Poltergeist had my attention a little more before Five Nights when it comes to Hollywood. I think I'm looking more forward to Orlando's Five Nights at the moment.
exactly.
I think I'm eyeing Orlando for Five Nights. So it all depends, but I think this is just kind of at the five spot because I couldn't really figure out where else to put this one.
Um, that makes sense because um, not to say that Orlando has more soundstage space, but it's not a working movie studio, so it's not like all their sound stages are being used
Right,
at the moment. Honestly, their sound stages are being used for private events and HHN alike, unless there's a big production going on where the sound stage needs to be
right.
used. But um, but for Jason Universe, um, like again, it's almost like what I said before because you know it's almost like the IPs need to deliver. They it's almost like there's an expectation with IPs because again, the Hollywood backdrop, there's celebrities coming in here left and right. They're
Got to get
looking
it
to
right.
you got to get these IPs right. Like if there's anything that you do need to get that you better get right is those damn IPs
Right.
because that's what's bringing the people in. That's
Yep.
what's bringing them in. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
So I just think Jason Universe is gonna knock it out the park, and the details is gonna be insane.
Yep.
So and plus the effort too. So not to say Orlando won't deliver, but from what I've seen out in Hollywood, because I haven't seen anything in Orlando, you know, probably because it's being held in the soundstage. But um, most of like what this hype list is about is from what I've seen and from what I'm hearing. Because I have seen construction updates. Most of the stuff um, that's near the top is gonna be I've seen like progress on it.
Right.
So
We've seen that progress. Yeah.
that's like building my hype, on the up and up. So, that's
Right.
how I'm feeling for round five, man.
All right, man. That's round five. Five Nights at Freddy's was my pick versus Craig's pick of Jason Universe. Round six, we move into Terrifier versus Scarecrow. Craig, you had Terrifier. I had Scarecrow for round six.
Hmm.
My reason with Scarecrow being in round 6 was mainly just I've been through the reaping, and I think the reaping is just going to be hard to top for me, but I'm not ruling it out. Detail wise, intensity wise, like we talked about earlier, one of the most intense haunted houses that Hollywood has ever done. And so I just think there's a big pair of shoes to fill with this Scarecrow, but I
Mm-hmm.
think they can get it done. So I'm very excited about it. I just didn't really, it was more of one of those, I just didn't really know where else to put it on the list. So it's at my 6th spot, but that doesn't mean that I'm not excited for it.
Um, with Terrifier, um, I would say, um, this has been like the most inclusion that I've seen in terms of like Hollywood being with like a IP, because it's
Yep.
almost like, you know, they don't have to yank they don't have to yank somebody chain just to try to, just to try to like work with them. You know, Damien Leone, he's free to. He wants to. He's eager about this as much as John Murdy is. So
Right. He's talked about it.
that's what makes it easier for them to share ideas, share concepts, want to do more. And that's kind of what has my eagerness with Terrifier. Um, just for that fact, and um, so that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm really feeling about Terrifier. Is just that can they deliver? We gonna
Yeah.
see.
Right. And honestly, I had Terrifier in my 6th spot as well. So I guess we have kind of a tie game going on here in this category. But I think with Terrifier, I think we know exactly what we're going to get. We know what's been said. We know how brutal it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of just a can they deliver? That's kind of where I'm at. And before we go to this last one on the house round, before we talk about the scare zones, are we still expecting another house out of Hollywood and an original that we do not know? Because I have counted,
Because there's only 7.
I was about to say it, there's only 7 houses right now. So we may have to revisit this because Midsummer
Unless
Scream is coming up this weekend, I
it's this
think.
weekend.
Midsummer Scream.
It
Yeah.
started. It started today.
So we might get,
Unless they're just doing 7 and then the Terror Train, but that would kind of be weird because it's 8 houses. But you never know.
well,
There might be a
also
surprise.
John Murdy and them are doing a panel this weekend.
They are.
So it's possible.
It's Sunday.
So we'll have to see.
We'll see. We'll be
But
tuned. We will be tuned in. I'll say that.
we will be tuned in. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to round 7. This is a tie game, and if you all been following along, because we counted 7, the only thing we haven't talked about that is the Blumhouse Terror Tram.
Just ass.
Dude,
Like, come on, man. People are pissed.
people are so pissed about this shit right here. People are hot about this. But I can't lie, I understand their frustration. How much can we really deliver with these characters? They've been at Hollywood before, and not only have they been at Hollywood before, they've been on the Terror Train.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and
They've been
then
on the Terror Train.
you could have celebrated 15 years of Blumhouse, honestly, in a house.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like they did a few years ago, the horrors of Blumhouse.
Literally,
Like it,
with Megan and the Black Phone.
and that would have gone off a lot
I mean,
harder
not
than
Megan,
Freaky.
Freaky and the Black Phone.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I'm
Like
not.
you could have done that. It could have been like it almost could have been like a Slaughter Cinema type deal where different segments of the best kills from each movie from the past 15 years of Blumhouse.
And just the kills. Like
And
just
just
the
the
kills
kills.
to keep it short.
Exactly. Just like Slaughter Cinema was. Like
Yeah.
you could have done something entirely different for Blumhouse. I mean, for the Terror Tram. Like it literally, like there could have been so many things that they could have done.
Yeah.
But they just
I have to
chose.
I have to be honest, man. I think with Hollywood, I think that they are starting to get just a little lazy with the Terror Tram.
Yeah, they just don't know
I
what to do.
I don't think they know what to do. I think right now they need to go back to the drawing board and think of something. It could even be an original concept. You know what I'm saying? It was an original concept a couple years ago. And was that original concept received well? Not necessarily, but it was something different. And that's what I'm after. Like, give us, something different. The other problem with the Terror Tram is that no matter what the IP is or the original concept for the Terror Tram is, then they would drop you off in Jupiter's Claim. So you would be going through Nope and Us. Like, what the fuck is happening? It's not adding up.
Bruh, I'm over here weak.
because because for real, think about it. You last year they didn't do it, but 2 years ago when I went to Hollywood, it was the Exterminators. It was called the Year of the Exterminators. The character was Larry Larva or whatever his name was. He was out of pocket. Like Larry Larva was funny. He was cool. So we get out to Terror Tram. So you go through that, right? You come out of that, and then you go past the Bates Motel. So that's a theme change right there.
Yep.
And then after that, you're in Nope and Us. It just didn't make any sense of what was happening because it was advertised as the Exterminators. So it should have been the Exterminators from the beginning all the way up until the end.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it just little things like that. I think they need to go back to the drawing board with the Terror Tram. I legit wouldn't even be mad that if next year they didn't do it just so they could really hone in on something good to bring people back in because people are not fucking with the Terror Tram right now. Like,
People are pissed.
go look at the comments if y'all don't believe us. People are
They
not
said,
with the Terror Tram. Yeah, for real. For real. So, where are you at with the Terror Tram?
man, I can't believe this, man. I really can't. They could have done something else. And it's like a late it's like I'm trying to think of the right scenario. It's almost like a corporate move. It's like, oh, we don't have nothing else to do. Let's just slap 15 years of Blumhouse on here and just make more money. It's
Yeah,
literally it's literally like um it's literally like a money center move, man.
that's kind of what I
Um,
think too. It's
yeah.
kind of like, you got to think about it. We had
It's literally a cash grab. That's the word I was
Yeah,
looking
it's
for.
a
A
cash grab.
cash
Think
grab.
about it this way: we had the Megan horde a couple years ago.
Mhm.
Then last year we had the Megan. Uh, we had the Megan Terror Tram, and then simultaneously in Orlando we had the Blumhouse Scare Zone, which was heavy on the Purge and Megan. Which the Terror Tram was also heavy on the Purge and Megan.
Mhm.
And then this year you got the same Megan horde walking around fucking City Walk trolling people, and now like I just think they're just dragging this out, man. I don't think that Megan and Blumhouse have delivered enough for this. You know what I'm saying? I just
Yeah,
I don't
I'm confused.
know against it, but I just think we know what to expect. We did the Terror Tram last year. It was the exact same characters minus I don't think Happy Death Day has been advertised for this one.
No.
So
Well, it says, well, in the description, it said basically, essentially, all the villains, all the recent villains. So, uh, Babyface from Happy Death Day,
he
um,
was there last year then.
the guy from Freaky, the grabber from the Black Phone, Megan. Literally
It's the
everybody
same
that was
crew.
there last year.
Yeah,
So
it's minus maybe some minor details that we probably won't see until we get off of the tram and walk through it. This is the exact same thing.
it's the same.
So,
Sad. That's sad,
yeah,
man.
kind of upset. but
High key upset. So
but we got now the scare zone rounds. We're moving into the scare zone rounds. Now, this is something I'm excited about.
yeah,
Now, let me just say this. Hollywood
they bringing it.
scare zones are always awesome. There is one issue that I think I have with Hollywood scare zones, and that is that they pack them all in the upper lot. The upper lot is ridiculous once HHN starts going, and there's so many people crowded up there. That may be my only issue with it.
And
Is
it
that
gets overstimulating at times too.
it does. I think they could really put at least one zone down in the lower lot by Jurassic Park. I do. I think that they could do something with that. But since we're going into the scare zones, round one, we have my pick, Murder of Crows versus Craig's pick, Carnival of Carnage. Murder of Crows, man, I'm just excited because honestly, the detail and the atmosphere that they did when they did Crows the first time. When they did Crows the first time, it was perfect.
It was solid.
It was. It
It
was
was solid. It
really
was
good.
solid. It was really solid last year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be my pick. Murder of Crows for round
But
one.
but with Carnival of Carnage, I really hope that they bring that they there will be some Jack lore in there. I want some Jack lore in there. That's the only reason why.
Hey, some
I
Jack
really hope. I
lore.
really hope so. I really hope so.
Some Jack lore would be dope.
That's
I
all I'm
wouldn't be
saying.
shocked. I
Give me
would
what
not
I
be shocked.
give me what I want. We'll all be happy.
I don't see the icons out there in Hollywood as often.
Which is weird. I don't know why we don't.
Well, I think when people talk about HHN, I think a lot of people don't know the true history behind HHN and knowing that Orlando was actually the premier event. Like it is
Exactly. It's the
the
origin.
it's the origin. Yes, thank you. Like it is the origin of HHN. And that I don't think people also know that Hollywood, when it started, it failed. It did horribly out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they took it
They
away
took it away
and
for
then they
some
brought it
years.
back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that
So
story.
I think part of why I think that's the icons are all a part of that origin. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood is more of a branch out. So it'd
But
be cool to
hey,
see it.
but it'll be cool to expose that.
Yeah, it would. And that's a whole crowd of people that I'm not going to say they don't know about the Lord, but they know less.
I mean, they got Jack and Chance with Horrors Unleashed, so and that's out by LA.
Right.
Just
That's a couple
saying.
hours. So
Just
get in
saying.
the car,
Get in the
go to
car
Unleashed.
and make that drive.
Well, that is round one, man. Murder of Crows versus Carnival of Carnage. Craig is hoping for Jack Lore and some representation from the ultimate HHN icon in that scare zone. And I am just really excited about the atmosphere that I know Murder of Crows is going to create. So moving on to round two. Now, Craig has picked Murder of Crows, and I have picked, and I'm going to let Craig pronounce it because I don't want to slaughter it. How are we saying that one, Craig?
Noche de Brujas.
Noche de Brujas. That, bro, I'm so excited for this zone because it's just like more of that Latin lore, but really plugged into like witchcraft and stuff like that. Very
Mm-hmm.
excited for it. Cannot wait to see it.
Honestly, had not been for how much of a vibe Murder of Crows was last year, I would have put Noche de Brujas right here too. We would have been tied. Cause Murder of Crows was so good, and like they had the crows roaming around, and they had that fat ass crow in the middle
Right.
like where the entrance of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift is gonna be. They just had that big animated
Yeah.
winged crow, man.
And that
It was
crow
fire.
was chasing everybody down too. Like that crow was standing on business with everybody. It was crazy.
Really was.
Yeah. So yeah, that I'm very excited for both of these. But Noche de Brujas, I can't wait because I know it's all going to be up there in the upper lot around the promenade. So
Yep. It's gonna be
bring it
popping.
on. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I'm ready, man.
Now round three, and then after that we got one more round. Round three, we have now my pick of Chainsaw Clowns versus Noche de Brujas. Now look, Chainsaw Clowns. I don't think we see clowns with chainsaws often anymore.
Hmm.
So I'm just excited for that. I love what Hollywood does with the chainsaw chase out at the end of the night. I think that is just like one of the most exciting things about Hollywood, and to know that these clowns will probably be the ones leading that this year.
Right.
Pretty exciting. I do hope that the clowns don't look like gothic pirate clowns. I want straight up like creepy, scary clowns, like with
Yeah.
the vibrant colors and everything. So hopefully they can, deliver on that. Just kind of look at Jack and be inspired from what he looks like. I think that will kind of help push that vibe. But Chainsaw Clowns, I'm very excited for.
Yeah. Noche de Brujas. What else can you say, man? The witchcraft, and then I recently just looked at the construction update that Firefighters Mondo did out in LA.
Yeah,
Because he been out there putting in work. Check him out if
putting
you
in
haven't
work,
already. Check him
following.
out. Follow him. Subscribe. Check him out if you haven't already. Um, they got like the poster boards of the different Brujas up. Man, they look sick, man. They do. They look there, and it's like I think it's like if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like 6 of them,
Okay,
and then they have their own like different booth and like their poster card at the back at like behind them, and so I guess they're gonna be like in front of them. So man,
here we go.
I'm 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 ready. I'm ready for LA, dog.
Yeah, I'm ready for LA. I'm
I am
definitely ready
ready.
for LA.
We're ready for sure.
And now moving into the last round, the final round of the hype list battles for HHN 34. We have Carnival of Carnage, which is my pick, versus Craig's pick now of Chainsaw Clowns. I put Carnival of Carnage at number 4 because I am a little worried about how they're going to be able to distinguish from both of these zones minus chainsaws. That was really my biggest thing. If they have chainsaws, we know where they'll be in the park. But Carnival of Carnage, I'm wondering where exactly will this zone be located, and how will we be able to um, differentiate between both? That's the biggest thing with me. I'm excited though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Chainsaw Clowns too, but I'm pretty sure that's like, just clowns having chainsaws. I mean, you can't get no simpler than that. You
Yeah,
know,
it is what it is.
they always gonna bring the heat in the upper lot though. So
Yeah, yeah. No, we definitely not worried. Well, there we have it, man. Before we go into this little last segment, Craig, which coast are you more excited for?
man, this is a hard question every single year. Why
It's a
me?
hard one every year.
but
It's a hard one every year.
but I gotta give it to Orlando, man. I gotta like the originals and the IPs are solid. I mean, Hollywood is too, but like, I mean, last year Hollywood was just fucking defeated, bro.
Hollywood went off last year.
Went off,
It
bro.
went crazy last
So
year.
not to say that Hollywood won't be the same this year. I'm pretty sure it will, but last year they just brought it. But this year, I think Orlando just been hitting us with so much heat.
Yeah.
I think Orlando got it this year. What
Yep.
about you?
I have to go with Orlando too. I do. Um, I feel like Orlando has gone hard with the marketing this year. I think Orlando has just given us more to really like keep us locked in. And I feel like when we do these episodes, we are able to really just talk about Orlando because we have so much. Whereas with this episode right here, I don't know about you, but I had to do a lot of research earlier because Hollywood just hasn't given us as much. So while I am excited for Hollywood, I think Orlando is definitely on, I'm really looking for that experience in Orlando. And I'm glad we're going more than once so I can really take all that in, man. So I'm definitely excited
Exactly.
for Hollywood. For those of you who may not know, the Purge Dangerous Waters show was just announced for HHN Hollywood.
We're
That
definitely
has
gonna check
been,
that out.
and yes, and I saw that show a couple years ago. It's a banger. Definitely be ready to experience that. Show is badass. It's no Nightmare Fuel. It's completely different from Nightmare Fuel, but the intensity is there. Just think 007 on water almost. I mean, it is it's an awesome show. So there you have it, man. That's Hollywood. That's all our picks for HHN Hollywood. As
Yeah.
stated earlier, we may or may not be getting another house for Hollywood. Right now, we've only got 7, and normally they roll with 8 in a terror tram. So we will see what they come up with this weekend in Midsummer Scream. We'll be posting it on the pod if we get that. Now, we wanted to close it out with a little segment just about Dead Man's Mic as a podcast, our journey so far, and what we're thinking. And Craig, you can maybe answer first, but what would you like to see us do next, or what do you have in store? What's next for Dead Man's Mic?
Um, there's a lot of things coming up for us. HHN, as you know, and then we have GhoulieCon next March
Mm-hmm.
here in St. Louis. Please
Tickets
come
are on
out.
sale for that.
Tickets are on sale for that. Pop out with us, have some fun with us, man. It's gonna be a vibe. Um, what's next? Also, what's next for us is we're going to Orlando Informer in December and IAPA weekend in November. Um, make some more connections with you guys. Come talk to us. Come chop it up with us. We don't bite. We're friendly.
We're cool,
So
man.
we
We're
cool. We
cool.
just we just here to have fun and get good laughs and good vibes. That's all it is, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
So um, I know what I want for us is to of course make some more connections as we are. Um, we're literally they're in overdrive. We're getting them business cards going. We're getting that merch. It's coming soon. Trust me.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
him.
and it's like every day we just come up with new things and just new new ventures that we want this podcast to do, and it's on the up and up. You have not seen the last. You literally haven't seen the last of us. Like, we are, like, the stock is rising, so invest in this stock while you can, because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this shit is gonna take off, and it's gonna
Yeah.
take off fast, and it's
Yeah. We
almost
can't
like
wait.
we won't even see it coming.
Yeah. It's I think what's so cool about Dead Man's Mic is that this platform that we record on allows us to just kind of put something together whenever we want. And it's so cool to see how many people actually care to hear our thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we know we're new. We know there are some Halloween Horror Night podcasts out there that have been around 5, 6, 7 years and have been putting in that work, and all of them do nothing but inspire us. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'll say there's so many pods out there in the HHN community that are more our size to give all of us a listen, man. Help us build up to that next level because we can't do it without y'all. You know what I'm saying? We need people to join the Dead Man's Mic family and to really, help to push us, man. So that's
Yeah.
really the biggest thing for me is just please, please, please continue watching,
Hmm.
listening, share, follow, grab a sticker from us if you see them, just help support us, man. We want to support you all too, this shit ain't all about us. It's about everybody growing. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing for me, bro. Just keep rocking with us, man. We're gonna upgrade our equipment too.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna
not
upgrade that
tonight. It's
equipment.
not tonight.
It's on the way. It is
It's
on the
on the
way.
way. It's on the way.
Yeah.
So we appreciate all of you for being here, man. Seriously. Craig, if you don't have anything else, we can kind of close this bad boy out.
Yeah. Um, we're just ready for HHN, man. We're ready for it to get here. That's all we're waiting on.
Yep. And if y'all are gonna be at the parks the same weekends that we are, come hang out with us. We going down there with a
DM
nice
us,
group.
like DM us. Let us know if you're there or not. If you'll be there for the days that we will, because I promise you, we all gonna be one big happy family. We gonna vibe out together.
Yep. Everybody welcome. Everybody is welcome
Everybody.
to hang out with us.
Yep.
So definitely tap in with us. This has been another episode of Dead Man's Mic. We will see you all soon for the next one. And until then, shoot. I don't know. I ain't got nothing else, man. Just stay excited, bro. HHN on the way. Let's go.
Let's